Welcome back to How Will I Book WWE in 2019. Next up it's Clash of Champions. 1. Universal Champion Backstreet Boys and Lucy Cardiff versus The Miz and Jamie Hager for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Miz and Jamie Hager won the number 1 contenders match, and Backstreet Boys and Lucy Cardiff wins their Raw Tag titles over Sharon and Kim. In the end, I would have Miz and Jamie Hager to win the Raw Tag titles. 2. I-5 versus Emma and Nicola for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This would be at the beginning of Katie Ford and I-5's ending champions reign. In the end, Emma and Nicola would become the SmackDown Tag titles, but something is coming for John Cena later. 3. Taylor Yeager versus 5 for the Intercontinental Championship. I would like to see 5 becoming the 9th IC title reign. But however, Taylor Yeager was able to retain her IC title due to Mandy Moore's help. 4. Katie Ford versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Since Emma and Nicola won the SmackDown Tag titles, John Cena is not able to win the WWE Champion, as Katie Ford retains. 5. Little Mix versus Jay Palmer. I think this will be beginning of Little Mix-Ryan Palmer feud. But however, I would have Jay Palmer winning thanks to the help from the returning Rhino. Last, Backstreet Boys versus Lucy Cardiff for the Universal Championship. None of them turning heels during that match. But in the end, Backstreet Boys was able to retain their title. But then after the match, Dave Ferguson attacks Backstreet Boys to set up a match at Hell in a Cell. Next up it's Hell in a Cell. 1. Little Mix and Ryan Palmer versus Jay Palmer and Rhino. Ryan Palmer turned face to help Little Mix. But in the end, I would have Ryan Palmer and Little Mix winning. 2. Lucy Cardiff, Andrea and Siobhan versus United States Champion Britney Spears, Sharon and Kim. This will be about a 4-minute match. But I would have the baby faces win by DQ, after Sharon and Kim attacks Andrea and Siobhan. 3. Laura Dilworth versus Tara Hawat. Tara Hawat wins the 2019 King of the Ring. But in the end, a no is enough to win for Laura Dilworth. Last, Backstreet Boys versus Dave Ferguson in a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. Dave Ferguson attacks Backstreet Boys at Clash of Champions. But however, the match would end in a no contest. Next up it's Survivor Series. 1. United States Champion Britney Spears versus Intercontinental Champion Taylor Yeager versus NXT North American Champion Catherine Simmerly. I think this would be about 10 minutes. In the end, Catherine Simmerly will end up winning due to Amy and Lauren's help, as NXT gets their first point, 0-0-1. 2. Christina Simmerly versus Boris Johnson for the NXT World Championship. Boris Johnson wins the number 1 contender match. But in the end, Christina Simmerly ends up retaining her NXT World title due to Catherine's help. 3. Dave Ferguson versus Ryan Palmer for the Universal Championship. Dave Ferguson wins the Universal title at Crown Jewel. But Dave Ferguson was able to retain his Universal title. 4. Team Raw, which consists of Backstreet Boys, Bethany Platt, John Cena, Beth Lavin, and Faye Wills versus Team SmackDown, which consists of Little Mix, Lucy Cardiff, Tyra Hawat, Laura Dilworth, and Brooke Nile versus Team NXT, which consists of Anna McCall, Kimmy Martino, Cynthia Bex, Chris Jericho, and Sophie Stidhard. But I would give the victory to Team SmackDown. But this will be beginning of Backstreet Boys' heel turn. 5. Barney versus Brooke Vincent in a penalty pot counters match for the WWE Championship. Barney wins the WWE Championship at first SmackDown to Fox. But Barney was able to cheat it to win by retaining his WWE title. Last it's TLC. 1. I5 versus Emma and Nicola in a ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I5 wins back the SmackDown Tag titles. I would have them retaining their title. 2. Hattie Greenwood versus Ben Bartle. Hattie challenged Ben Bartle into a match at TLC, which Ben Bartle accepts. The match ends with Hattie winning. 3. Little Mix versus Tara Hawat in a TLC match. This would be a short match. But however Tara Hawat wins, due to Emma, Nicola, and The Miz's help. 4. 5 versus Dave Ferguson. This match will not be for the Universal Championship. But in the end, Iris is enough to win for Dave Ferguson. But then after the match, Ryan Palmer returns with his new look and attacks Dave Ferguson. 5. MCDT versus Byron Saxton in a tables match. Sarah betrays DT to sides with Byron. But I would have Byron Saxton winning due to Sarah's help.